Delhi government had promised free water to forgive water areas of Delhi citizens, but now there are residents of Rohini who complain that they're receiving contaminated water in their taps. They allege sewage mixed with drinking water. Balakot hero Wing Commander Abhinandan returns to the sky, flies the MiG-21 sortie with the Indian Air Force Chief B.S. Dhanwa.
Make our profession a secure profession. We don't want to treat or we don't want to serve someone at the gunpoint.
A 73-year-old doctor has been beaten to death in Assam. This is in Jorhat district by tea garden workers after the death of one of their colleagues who was undergoing treatment at a hospital. As pressure mounts on BMCO with its move to axe 2,700 trees in RA, Shiv Sena corporator says the civic body ignored the option to set up the metro shed at another location that wouldn't need trees to be chopped off. Sources say that India has accepted Pakistan's offer for consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Sources suggest here India's charge d'affaires Gaurav Ahluwalia will be meeting with Kulbhushan. An incident of caste-based discrimination in Tamil Nadu. A Dalit family denied access to a crematorium. The slowdown in the automobile industry has further worsened. Big slump in the sales of the biggest auto companies in the country. The trend of declining sales continues with the latest figures of August, which are out now. Mumbai welcomes Lord Ganesha as the 11-day festival of Ganesh Chaturthi that begins. Mirror now wishing each of our viewers today a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi. You are with the big story with us this afternoon. I'm Seher Zama. In the top focus today, this is just days after the Delhi government announced a special waiver for water areas. But there are residents of Rohini Sector 11 in Delhi that have been hit with a water crisis. They're here saying that sewage water has leaked into their drinking water taps. This is causing sickness now. In fact, there were complaints that continued to pour in the past couple of months to the Delhi Jal Board. But the situation has far worsened of late. They claim that dirty, stinking, contaminated water that has left several residents now infected with waterborne diseases. People have already brought this issue to the notice of the Delhi Jal Board. No action that has been taken yet. And with no other alternative, residents now say they're being forced to use this contaminated water, both meant for drinking and domestic use. We're asking here today, what good is the free water scheme if water that is provided to the residents is dirty, contaminated and unusable? We're going to throw this open to our panelists in just a bit. But let's also take a listen in to what the local MLA of the area has stated. When Mirror Now's team confronted him, MLA Mahinder Goyal, he downplayed the matter, denied that the water problem that has been continuing for months, and he said this is just a recent complaint. Further alleging that sewer pipeline that broke because of the emission of gas. Only a few residents have been affected by this. Take a listen.
जैसे मेरे पास इस समस्या के लिए आया कि एक सीवर की पाइपलाइन फट गई थी गैस की वजह से, क्योंकि लोगों ने बहुत से जो गैस निकलने के लिए पाइप होते हैं उनको तोड़ के उस पर कंस्ट्रक्शन कर ली, जिससे कि वो एक ब्लास्ट हुआ था। अच्छा। लेकिन जब तुरंत मेरे संज्ञान में मिस्टर कम्बोज हैं, फेडरेशन के प्रधान है वो, उन्होंने जैसे वो लेके आए तो मैंने उस समय अधिकारी भेज के उस पाइपलाइन को ठीक करवाया। कुछ घरों के अंदर वो गंदा पानी गया है जो कि 1 से 2 दिन के अंदर वो सही भी हो
सही हो
जाएगा।
जाएगा। अच्छा सर, एक चीज़ ये बताइए, लोगों का कहना है कि ये अभी 2-4 दिन के पहले से नहीं है, ये कई महीनों से इस तरह की दिक्कतें आ रही है, ये क्या है?
ये कोई कई महीनों से नहीं है, तो उससे पहले कभी कोई समस्या नहीं थी। मेरे यहाँ पर सिंगल कोई भी कंप्लेंट होती है तो उसका निवारण भी हम तुरंत करते हैं।
All right, let's now get in those residents' voices here. We have with us our correspondent Alok, who is at the Rohini Sector 11, which is the affected area here. Alok, what have residents have to say on this? Because even the local MLA has tried to downplay this, saying this is a very minor matter. There are no complaints registered with the Delhi Jal Board, and this could soon be resolved.
Seher, we all know the importance of water, and in fact, although some people say that it is a minor problem, but it is one of the major problem. And in fact, I am being joined by the people of this area. This is Sector 11 of Rohini, and you can see the people that the number of people that who are gathered here to tell what the problem they are facing. And in fact, I will go one by one to some of them. आंटी, हमें बताएं कब से प्रॉब्लम इस तरह की चल रही है, क्योंकि जो एमएलए हैं आपके एरिया के, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि हमें दो दिन के अंदर ही ये चीजें पता चली है। क्या है और कैसे समस्या है? एक मिनट
भैया, 6 महीना से गंदा पानी आ रहा है
जी।
हाँ, एकदम बेकार आ रहा है भैया, हम लोग के बहुत परेशान हूँ।
बहुत परेशान
हाँ।
आंटी, कहते हैं कि बीमारियां भी बहुत ज्यादा हो रही हैं घर पे, और आप लोग कुछ काम नहीं कर पा रहे, कैसे चल रहा है आप लोग?
भाई अब में से लाते हैं और अपनी बहन से यहाँ से लाती हूँ मैं पानी।
अच्छा।
और जब उसमें नहाते भी हैं, खाना बनाते भी हैं।
ये आप मतलब अपने रिलेटिव के यहाँ जाकर के पानी लाना पड़ रहा है। इनफैक्ट शहर दैट देयर आर पीपल हु आर इनफैक्ट गेटिंग द वाटर फ्रॉम 2 to 3 किलोमीटर्स अवे। आप लोगों को यहाँ पर गुरुद्वारा वगैरह वहाँ भी जाना पड़ता है पानी?
गुरुद्वारे से भर के लेके आते हैं, फिल्टर वाला पानी लेके आते हैं, खरीद के भी लेके आते हैं। बहुत गंदा पानी है, कीड़े भी आ रहे हैं पानी में, इन्फेक्शन हो रहा है पेट में ना, चेक करवाओ तो इन्फेक्शन बताया गया, पानी से हो रहा है इन्फेक्शन।
Sir, you can see the color of water, and this is water which came yesterday, in fact, in the tap. And with this, you can clearly, in fact, assume, and in fact, you can you can understand that how much water is dirty here. आप लोग बताएं कि और किस तरह की प्रॉब्लम का आपको सामना करना पड़ता है? कई लोग तबीयत भी खराब हो रही है आपके परिवार में, बच्चों की और कई लोगों की।
जी, तबीयत तो खराब हो रही है, बहुत बुरा पानी में बदबू सी आ रही है।
बदबू आ रही है।
हाँ, बहुत हालत खराब है हम लोगों का।
कहते हैं कि घर का कुछ काम नहीं कर पाते आप लोग?
नहीं भैया, घर के कुछ काम नहीं होता, पोछा लगाते बदबू आते हैं। हमारे बच्चे 2-3 दिन से बीमार हैं, डॉक्टर लग जा को परेशान है, बहुत ज्यादा परेशानी हो रही है।
हमारे घर में तो बीमार भी
पड़े
हुए हैं
जी।
हमारे घर में गंदा पानी पीने से बीमार भी पड़े हुए हैं।
So Seher, these are the voices.
All right, people they're falling sick as well.
Yes.
That's right. Stay with us, Alok, please. Let's throw this open to our panelists. We have Mr. Ravi Srivastav, who's the founding member of AAP. Also, Mr. Anand Arya, environmentalist, with us. First to you, Mr. Ravi Srivastav. People are questioning what was announced as largely being seen as a sop by the Delhi government in the build-up to the elections, that you're going to be getting free water, and beyond the permissible limit, it's going to be subsidized water here for you. But people are asking, what good is this free water if it's unusable, if it's unpalatable, if people are falling sick?
Sir, first of all, whatever report you have shown and whatever the color of the water is being shown there by the residents of the Sector 11 of the Rohini, it is indeed a serious matter. I am not giving any kind of excuse for that, and I request that the Delhi Jal Board, the concerned MLA, to please look into it immediately and ensure that the residents get the good clean water like other parts of the Delhi. You rightly said it that Arvind Kejriwal had come out with a very ambitious scheme by which they are giving 20,000 liters of water free of charge, but that is not an excuse for giving a dirty water to the residents of these colonies. Whatever any pipeline burst is there, any mixing is there, any such thing is there, it should be taken for repair on a urgent basis and must be completed. Now, let me tell you that the kind of approach Arvind Kejriwal
Right, but
has
Mr.
even taken
Srivastava,
in
is there a sense that you have Delhi government being in denial? Because let's not forget that the Delhi Chief Minister is also the chairperson of the Delhi Jal Board.
Absolutely.
And you have the local MLA in denial of this.
Absolutely. I'm just coming to that. Mr. Mohinder Goyal, you had on that camera just now. He is a Rithala MLA, and he has given already his thought that there was a gas, because of the gas there is a rupture in the pipeline, and he is getting it repaired in a couple of days only. So I think we can wait for a couple of days if the situation improves. If it does not improve, it definitely calls for an urgent resolution of this kind of a problem. See, Arvind Kejriwal is working even on a very ambitious project of giving the potable water which prevails in the entire Europe. You can take the tap water for drinking. He is working on such projects, and if this kind of a problem is coming up, I think this needs a immediate action by the Delhi Jal Board, the concerned MLA, because I think the Rohini MLA is one Mr. Vijendra Gupta, and these residents must approach him also, because he is the first contact man for them. After the municipality, he is the first contact man for them, and he should be approached so that the immediate action is taken on this contaminated water, and what are the reasons, it should be immediately handled.
All right. Of course, you're saying that this is unpardonable. But Mr. Srivastava, this is a claim they're being made by Delhi Jal Board, not that they're already working on it. Saying that they have already worked on it. They've sent out a word to the residents saying that open the taps, drink directly from the tap. They're assuring to provide clean drinking water directly from the tap. And yet you have this fiasco here. This is a crisis which the residents say has continued for the past few months. No one from the Delhi Jal Board has taken in their complaints. Mr. Anand Arya, this is certainly an incident which is not instilling confidence in the residents of Delhi. When there is an assurance from the Delhi Jal Board that water from your taps is meant for drinking, it is that clean. And you have yet another incident where allegedly untreated sewage water has mixed with the water pipeline.
Well, I think this is very commendable that for a change, the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson or representative on your show is for the spokesperson. I am a founder member only. That what is happening. Oh.
Right.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, for a change, it is good to hear that somebody who is a member of AAP is accepting that what is happening is really something which should not happen. Now, as far as I am concerned, I think, let us say that this is a one-off incident where, the sewage water line has burst and it has mixed with the water line. I really don't see a reason, even if the sewage line is burst or it has gone kaput, why should that actually contaminate the water pipeline? Because these are two different pipelines.
Agree.
So this is something which is somebody has to explain to me. It makes common sense to me that the same pipe will not carry the clean water as well as the sewage line water. So this is it's a humbug story which they have given. I think it is a complete failure of the administration, as far as I am concerned. Because I am seeing it in a much larger... Okay, for a moment, let us assume that this is what happened and it can be remedied for a little while. But I would like to focus the attention on a larger issue. 55 to 60% of the water that is supplied to Delhi is underground water. Now, if the steps are not taken to control the quality of the underground water and we let it be polluted, for lack of action. I would say it's an act of omission, it's a lack of action, it's a lack of political will. And let me just put it this way. Number one, National Green Tribunal in January 2015 came out with a judgment which is called Mali Se Nirmal Yamuna. It is one of the best judgments which I have ever read. It lays down exactly what is to be done, by whom it is to be done, how much it will cost, where the funds will come from. And all this, once the blueprint is there, and you cannot implement that, and let the water be contaminated. Let us say this is for 22 kilometer of stretch from Wazirabad down to Okhla. Now, the STPs are still not there. I mean, the idea was that by September 2017, only the treated clean water will be put into the Yamuna. We'll let it be flow. It will flow into the Yamuna.
That's right. 16 more STPs promised there that haven't been working now on ground. Yes, stay with us please, because we're getting in another voice, Mr. Manoj Mishra as well, who's the convener of the Yamuna Jay Abhiyan, who's a water activist here as well. Mr. Manoj Mishra, thank you for being with us here. In your view, what has caused this? The simple explanation that the local MLA says that there's been a pipe burst which has caused it. It's a very minor issue. Do you think that this is a minor issue?
Firstly, you see, thank you very much for asking me to be on your panel. This is a lame excuse because, Rohini is a recent habitation, human habitation. So, in Rohini, for the freshwater line to mix with sewage line is unthinkable. That means either they have not done their job properly initially, or they are making lame excuses. Delhi Jal Board is a dedicated agency. It's the largest such agency anywhere. And its only job is two. One is to supply fresh, good quality, potable water to Delhi. The second is to ensure that the entire sewage is properly treated. These are the only two jobs that Delhi Jal Board has got. Now, and the Honorable Chief Minister is the minister in charge of Delhi Jal Board. That's the only thing that the Chief Minister actually does as a minister. Now,
that's right.
If with this kind of scenario, if this excuse comes forward that people are not getting drinkable water because a sewage pipeline has burst. Firstly, a sewage pipeline in Rohini has no reason to burst. Because these are
can I come in now, please?
These are relatively new laid sewer lines. So,
absolutely. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, would you like to respond? Would you like to respond here to that? Or what is the point that is being made here by Mr. Manoj Mishra, where you have an AAP MLA desperately trying to play down the crisis, saying it's just a minor burst, it will be taken into account, it will be fixed, very few houses affected, which is an absolute lie. The local AAP MLA is lying on record in the face of a water crisis that is being faced by residents for months on end.
Sahar, I think you would appreciate the kind of work Arvind Kejriwal has done with regard to the water distribution in the city of Delhi, which was gripped before 2015 in the hands of the tanker mafia, which was run by the all political party MLAs and councillors. Now, he has done a commendable work of laying the pipeline in every nook and corner of Delhi. If this isolated incident can be attributed to the follower, I don't think that this is a right approach. There is a problem. I have accepted right in the beginning. If there is some pipeline rupture, some mix-up has taken place, it should be immediately attended to. And I don't think that Arvind Kejriwal is a kind of a chief minister who will overlook this kind of a problem. But what I am saying is, who is the concerned MLA of the particular area? I believe Rohini has got one MLA of Mr. Vijendra Gupta. He is the person who should immediately take care of his constituency and ensure that the Delhi Jal Board does the job. Because all STPs, everything, lake reclamation, all these works are in progress in Delhi, and Arvind Kejriwal will ensure that the tap water becomes potable in Delhi without any default. So, I think that my friends, what they are saying...
increase in the number of STPs is something that should have been started at the start of his term. 16 STPs being announced in the month of February earlier this year, which are not showing their results, which should have been announced earlier. Mr. Anand Arya the Delhi Chief Minister, I'm repeating myself here, is the chairperson of the Delhi Jal Board here as well. He has not spoken out on this crisis. He's too busy announcing freebies that are not essentially required by people. Please answer this question here. Who would be interested in free water if it's unusable? Who needs that free water?
And what is not. If he's announcing something free, I think
Mr. Anand Arya.
सोनू के मुंह को देख के जाना पड़ता है
सब 11 तो बुरा है ही उसमें सबसे बुरा
सही
even if below the poverty line, you see what we need to charge him maybe 1 rupee, a month, 10 rupees a month, so that you can also do the accounting properly. Just giving free, how do you know, how do you check this? Now I know for sure that one of my friends who is in the
Mr. Arya,
अरे सर आप सरप्लस बॉडीज को छोड़ दीजिए तो फिर आप मुझे ये I would like Mr. Srivastava, I would like to ask you why the STPs, if there is no corruption, you have the funds,
and
then tell me why the STPs, which are, why the nalas are flowing untreated into the river.
Tell me one state in the country where the jal boards are profitable.
Absolutely.
One state in the whole
What good is
country
this benefit if it's not really helping people here? Let's get in a word here.
I am sorry, Mr.
Pratyush Kant of the BJP with us on the phone line. Mr. Kant, this is something that the BJP had questioned here as well. While AAP government continues to take to its credit that they have provided far more piped water in their 5 terms here in Delhi than any government had in the past. But the focus on providing clean water instead of providing free water.
Sir, let me just put few things in perspective for your viewers. You'll be surprised to know that several times our BJP MLAs took this dirty water in the assembly and tried to show it and bring notice to the fact to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal that, sir, the water in Delhi is in miserable state. But Delhi Jal Board refused to take any action. The sad part is that this is the place where Kejriwal government is making huge money. They are trying to support the water mafias, the tanker mafias. If you go and see the 9th point of their manifesto, they said we will really crack upon the water mafia. What they did? When we ask questions, you'll be surprised to know
But Mr. Vijender Gupta of the BJP is an MLA from the very same constituency in Rohini. Has he raised the voice of the people here?
Yes.
We haven't heard from Mr. Vijender Gupta.
Ma'am, you are not aware. He took the dirty bottle in his own hands and stood in the assembly and showed to the chief minister. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This government in 4.5 years has taken action against only 2 water tankers mafia. You mean to tell me that Kejriwal ji wants to tell the people of Delhi that only 2 water mafias? There are 2,000 illegal tankers which is running in this place. And ma'am, he promised us that he will do so many things for water. He has done nothing. Nothing means nothing. Let me tell you. He promised us free water lifeline, didn't happen. Augmentation of water resources, nothing happened on that front. Crackdown on water mafia, nothing happened. Revive the Yamuna, he did nothing. Promote rainwater harvesting, nothing. Actually, all his schools were challaned by the NGT.
All right.
He did nothing. He did nothing.
Mr. Pratyush Kant, we get your point. We get your point. A lot of work that should have been on ground on treating water, on providing clean water. Those are areas where the AAP government, and this is something which is directly under their control. Mr. Ravi Srivastav, these were promises that were made. The Yamuna is still struggling to be cleaned, has not. Crores have been pumped into it. Several NGT orders there. The work that requires focus, clean, usable drinking water, is not something that the Delhi government is catering to. Instead, it's just throwing out freebies to the people, which they don't necessarily need.
Sir, what he is doing, Arvind Kejriwal, is not doing at the cost of one thing, at the cost of other. Whether it is providing the CCTV, whether providing Wi-Fi, whether giving electricity, whether improving the infrastructure, whether providing the water to the far-flung areas of Delhi by the pipeline. Please do not mix it up. He has put DJB, the Delhi Jal Board, absolutely in shape, and they are working. He said this is an isolated issue, and I think that BJP MLA Mr. Vijender Gupta should be shameful that he is not able to get it sorted out, being in the a particular MLA of that particular constituency, where they can do a dharna for everything.
But this is one MLA that we're talking about.
For this water contamination.
Sir, you have your chief minister who's the chairperson of the Delhi Jal Board. You don't think that is shameful? You're just accusing one MLA of one area not being able to do a larger job, which is under the chief minister, which is under the chairperson of the Delhi Jal Board.
I have told you in the beginning itself that he is watching this
got your
particular
point.
telecast.
You want to use this as an excuse.
Act upon it.
You want to use this as an excuse to slam the BJP. I'm afraid the BJP barely has 1.5, 2 MLAs in the assembly. You're sitting there in a massive majority. And we've pointed this out several times before. Announcements that are coming in from the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the build-up to the elections. Are these really sops that are required by people? People there standing, holding bottles of dirty water, which the Delhi Jal Board says is something that they can take from their tap directly and drink it. And this is the water that the Delhi Jal Board expects Delhiites to be drinking. They should be fixing the problem instead of announcing more freebies, is the larger demand by the people. Thanks for all the panelists here being with us. Thank you.